Hi, doctors. Welcome to the webinar. We will be starting shortly. Hi, doctors. Welcome to the webinar. And yesterday we had a webinar on deemed universities. Likewise, today we'll be talking about the central universities, what's the process, and other things as well. So, talking about the central universities or central institutions, so there are a list of institutes that are included in the central universities that fall under that particular category. So, for you to identify that which institutes fall under that category, we have listed a few here, and you can have a look that, the institutes falling under DU are LHMC, UCMS, MAMC, MAIDS. Then other central universities are AMU, BHU, IP University. Central institutes that included are VMMCN, SJH, ABU WIMS, and RML. Then we also have our ESIC, Basedarpur Center. Now, when we talk about these particular institutes, when the seat allocation or the counseling basically is talked about, so 50% of all India quota seats and 50% of institutional quota seats are being taken up under this category. Also, we do have CIP Ranchi and Lokpriya Institute in Assam. So for them, the 100% seats counseling is conducted by MCC itself. Now, though many of you would be aware of the counseling process, but again, I'll just mention the same in brief only, that the counseling, because it is conducted for the central institutes by MCC itself. So the 50% of all India counseling is conducted, and this particular type of counseling is basically a domicile free counseling, which simply means that a candidate belonging from any state or any category can apply in the 50% all India category or all India quota in this particular institute, in the central institutes or the central universities. So it does have 4 rounds. All 4 rounds are conducted by NCC itself. So the very first round and the second round, you're very well aware that first round is the one wherein, you start ahead with your registrations, you fill up the registration forms, you do the choice filling, you have your registration fee to be paid, the security amount to be deposited. So the initiation happens in the very first round, and post which you are allotted the seats, and accordingly the process is taken forward up until the stray vacancy round, depending on the number of seats still available for a particular course. Also, when we talk about the internal quota, so only those candidates who are eligible for the internal quota shall apply under this category. Because if in case it is found that you're not eligible for that quota, your admission can also get cancelled. And talking about internal quota, it is for those who have already done their MBBS from an institute which falls under maybe DU or AMU, BHU, or IP University also. So internal quota is valid for only those candidates who have completed their MBBS from the particular institute. And if during the process of admission, if any information which is presented from your end and it turns out to be false, or it does not match with the proofs that you've been providing while the admission process, so the chances are very high that your security amount will be forfeited and you will not be allowed to participate in the upcoming rounds of counseling, or completing your admission process thereafter. Also, because central universities has a pool of institutes falling under the particular category. So today particularly we will be talking about the Delhi University, that what is the distribution of seats when it comes to Delhi University, what is the reservation. So for Delhi University itself, the 50% seats are contributed by the Delhi University to all India quota. Now, rest of the 50% seats are for the candidates who have completed their MBBS from DU. So, like I just mentioned that, I was talking about internal quota. So, these candidates will fall under the other category of the 50%, wherein those individuals can apply who have done their MBBS from an institute which falls under the Delhi University category or is affiliated to the same. The rest of the 50% is for the All India quota, which simply means that any individual, not the ones, only those who have done their MBBS from an institute affiliated with Delhi University or falling under the Delhi University category, are eligible, but also those who have done their education or who have done their MBBS from any other institute. Now, when we talk about reservations for the admission process, so the bifurcation is clearly mentioned that for S seats 15%, for ST it's 7.5%, for OBC non-creamy layer as per the central OBC list it's 27%, for EWS as per the norms of the central government it is 10%, and for those who fall under the category of PWD it is 5%. Also, the distribution of the internal seats is applied by the NCC. The 50% of the internal seats and the 50% of all India quota seats, it is decided by MCC only. The role of the university is nowhere to be seen in this particular distribution of the seats. Then a very, very important pointer to note is that once you have been allotted a seat, and we've seen that a lot of people have missed out on this, and they face certain issues later on. So to avoid that hassle and to avoid that confusion, please keep in mind that once you have been allotted a seat, To start with your admission process, you do have to register online on this given website, which is www.fmsc.ac.in. So it is very, very important for you to register yourselves if you want to carry forward your admission procedures, if you want to go ahead with taking admission in the particular institute in Delhi University that you've applied for. Also, when you're applying, you're required to register yourself, and you have to upload a few documents, your photograph, your signatures, which I will be talking about later in the slide. Also, in case you've not been allotted a seat, or you maybe were unable to register, there was maybe you couldn't clear, and but later on you try to register at the FMSC site, so in such a case your admission will not be valid, and whatever amount that you have paid for that matter will not be refunded, because it is not the right means and it's not the right way to do the registration. Because if you are ineligible or you were unable to register yourselves earlier, so you will not be considered for admissions, and your amount that you have paid will not be refunded. So be very careful while you're filling up the forms or while you're looking at the eligibility as well. Then, talking about the eligibility for both DU internal quota and for all India quota. So one common thing in both is that you have to complete your 1 year rotatory internship. So that is very, very important for you to complete. Then for those falling under the DU internal quota category, like I mentioned earlier also, that you have to pass the final MBBS examination from University of Delhi or the institute that falls under the category. And for those who are eligible for all India quota, you have to pass your final MBBS examination from a recognized institute or a university, the one which is recognized by MCI or your state. So you have to clear that in order to take the admission in a central institute in the all India quota category. So, because I was talking about your also chances that, what eligibility criteria that you also have to fulfill. So even we have discussed this earlier as well about the predictor, that how you can predict your chances of getting into an institute. So this is one tool that, we have been helping doctors with also, and they found it very, very useful, because they can then predict the colleges or the institutes where they can get into. So I will just show you how to use the same, and you can also identify. Just give me a moment. I'll share my screen again. So using this predictor is very, very easy. It's like a hands-on thing. So all you have to do is that you have to click on the link that was given in the presentation. So when you will be, when you click the link, you'll have to probably sign up. After signing up, you will be directed to this page. Now, be very careful whether you want to use the predictor for the, all India counseling college predictor, you want to use it for the state counseling. Now, whichever you would want to use, because currently I am talking about the all India counseling, so I'll show you about the same. So you simply have to do, what you have to do is you have to click on use now. So you will be taken to this particular page. So talking about this, so just put in your rank. So for example, this is the rank that an individual has got. And the kind of counseling that you're looking for is Central University's internal quota maybe. Then you have to select your quota, because we're talking about Delhi University currently. So I will click on Delhi University internal quota. Now, if you are specially abled, do click on that. If not, then no. Please choose your filters very, very carefully in order to, get the apt prediction. You really need to put up the filters appropriately. If you belong to a category, do choose the category very carefully. Currently, I'm putting in general. Now, all you have to do is click on predict my colleges. Once you click on the same, you will get a list of colleges and the courses that you're eligible for. Also, the very interesting thing of using this predictor is that you've got a lot of filters to, filter out the branches, to filter out your admission chances. So as you can see, there are branches mentioned here. So you can click on whichever branch you want to, know about, and simply then click on apply. Also, admission chances, if you want to know only good chances or you want to know all of them, so accordingly you can click the ownership, the fee structure, state, because it's Delhi itself, and because we're talking about Delhi University, so the city and the state is going to be in Delhi and New Delhi itself. Also, if you want to view the cutoffs, simply what you have to do is click on view cutoffs. When you click on view cutoffs, you will look at round wise cutoffs that were available. So for the round 1, you can see for round 2 for mop up and straight. Accordingly, this is given for MS General Surgery. You can click over here and also check for rest of the specializations, whichever you feel is more suitable for you. Anyhow, if you have not put in the filter earlier in terms of branches, so you can put the filter here to just have an idea of how the cutoffs have been in the previous year. And what are your chances likely to get through that particular institute. Also, if you scroll down, you'll also get to download the ebooks. So simply you have to click here and you can also get the access to the ebooks. So using this predictor is very easy. You can look at the name of the institutes also that are being shown, and both, and whatever courses are available, whatever specializations are available. So you will get a list of the same, and if that suits you, accordingly you can check for the specialization that you want to go ahead with. Now just getting back to the presentation. Okay. So all of us have this, thing of which are the documents that are required, and how do we go about it? Do we have to be present there physically? Do we have to take it along us? How do we have to go about it? So it's very simple. Once the seat is allotted and you have registered at the FMSC website, like I mentioned in the previous slides, these documents that I'm talking about right now are to be uploaded online. So be very careful that what documents are to be uploaded. So you have to upload a passport size picture of yours, and also take care of the resolution that is mentioned, take care of the format in which it has to be uploaded, the size of the image as per the document, what it should be. So be very careful while you are uploading the documents. Should it be a JPG format? Should it be a PDF format? What size should be there? So it is very important for you to understand that what size is required for the document and which document is to be uploaded in which format. So passport size picture is one thing that you have to upload. Then you have to scan your signature and you have to upload that. You have to self-attest a lot of copies, because you yourself are uploading it and there is nobody present for the verification physically. So you have to self-attest your high school certificate or higher secondary certificate for the verification of your date of birth or proof of birth. Then you also have to self-attest a copy of the certificate in support of your educational qualification, which simply means your MBBS degree that you've received from your institute. So again, you have to self-attest the same and upload a copy. Then also you have to self-attest your mark sheets or mark certificate for the MBBS professional years 1, 2, and 3. Also, you have to present and upload the certificate of your internship. So be very careful. Once you are through with your internship, make sure that you're collecting the certificates from the authorized person, whosoever is the in charge for providing you the certificate. Do collect your certificates. Also, you have to test a copy of the certificate that you've received from either Delhi Municipal Corporation or the State Medical Council or the National Medical Commission, whosoever the body is you've received the certificate from. Kindly, upload that also and collect that on time. Then, if you belong to a category, to upload the category certificate, because without the proof of the category, you will not be allotted under the same. You will be allotted in an unreserved or a general category for that matter then. And for those who fall under the category of PWD, shall also upload the certificate accordingly. Another important aspect is that you have to upload your NEET PG admit card and scorecard as well. So also, in case it happens that sometimes we tend to keep our admit card somewhere and we forget. So don't worry. What you can simply do is you can log in back again. You can take a printout of your admit card. You can affix the picture which is required to be affixed on the admit card, and then you can again upload it. So do not panic that if you somehow lose it. Try not to lose it, but in case you do, so there's nothing to worry about. Simply what you can do is you can just take a printout again and affix the picture and upload it. So these were the documents that are required. There are a few more. You can obviously have a look at the same, that what are the documents that are required. All of them are mentioned on the screen itself. Then another important aspect comes, that is the fee details. So this is particularly for the very first year, and it's the annual fee that is mentioned, and it has to be paid through an online medium only. Now, this is the bifurcation that is mentioned. Also, it is based as per the previous year. For this year, whenever the structure is out, so somewhere it is going to be around the same itself. So this is basically to give you a rough idea as to how much fee would you be expected to pay during your first year. Also, we have been helping the doctors from quite some time, and they have found it very helpful. So the services that we've been providing is the college predictor, the one that I just shared with you and showed you how to use it, because it has made things very easy for the doctors, and it has helped them to identify the institutes where they can get into, also the specializations that they can opt for. So there have been a lot of doctors who were thinking to get into one specialization, but also once they use the predictor, they identified that they could be eligible for a few others as well, and it has been very, very helpful for them. Then we do provide counseling guidance throughout, and in all India counseling and state counselings as well. So the sessions that we are conducting is on a one-to-one basis. So these are one-to-one counseling sessions. We do provide ebooks also, and we share regular updates with everyone in terms of the upcoming events, in terms of when the counseling is starting. And also those who have been connected with us from a long time, they know that we do provide updates regarding the registration of the NEET PG as well. Also, I know you people might be having a lot of doubts and queries. So we do have a Google form. You can definitely go and fill up that form. We'll try to address the queries as many as we can during the webinar itself. But in case we are unable to, you can definitely get in touch with us via the Google form. Our experts will definitely call you, and we can resolve the queries accordingly. So I request all the doctors to kindly fill up the Google form and help us in solving your queries. So as there's still time in counseling, you can probably, prepare yourself uh, uh, in terms of preparing the documents that are required, and also identifying the specialization that you want to go ahead with. So yes, another very important thing to keep in mind when you are probably going ahead, when you're choosing your specialization or you're also choosing the institute, is that what is the area of interest when you probably choose your specialization. Just because a branch is very very popular, so you probably go ahead and take that. It's not a matter of a day or so, but it's a matter of your entire life. You are choosing a career, so probably choosing a specialization which is inclined towards your interest would be more helpful as compared to choosing a specialization which is popular, or because my friend is taking it. So also you can also join our Telegram group to probably get in touch with the experts as well. And if you have any queries, you can post them in our group. The link of the same will be there in the description box, in the chat box. You can probably have a look at the same. And if you have any other queries, please do let us know. Also, the Google form is also available. You can fill up the Google form and we can get back to you accordingly.